This video comes with a warning, and the reason because by the time this ends, you'll want to buy the tool that is in this box. I guarantee it. Now in front of me, I have some aluminium, I have some corrugated iron, I have some sheet material, and some steel. And historically, if I wanted to cut all of this, I would have used a good old trusty angle grinder, whether a 4.5 inch or a 9 inch. As we all know, with angle grinders, they create mess, they create sparks, and put some nasties into the air for you to breathe in. So there is another option, and I thought I'd never have one of these, but now's the time to try something a little different. All right, no more suspense, I promise. Let's open it up and see what it is, which some of you have probably already guessed what it is, but it might not be the model you think it is. But there it is. Oh, get rid of the manuals. Who needs them? Obviously read them first. But we have an M18 Nibbler. An M18 Nibbler. Not an M12, a Milwaukee M18 Nibbler. Oh, I am so looking forward to trying this. Okay, so why would you want an M18 Nibbler over an M12 Nibbler? Because the M12 Nibbler is very capable. It's a nice little machine, it does the job, but it only cuts up to 1.6mm steel and 2.1mm aluminium. Whereas this will cut up to 3.5mm steel and 3.5mm aluminium. Today, we're going to test it. Now, disclaimer, I've never used one of these before, so I'm new to it. So don't give me too much grief in the comments, or if you want to, carry on. Okay, I nearly forgot. I'm excited to try and use this, but I must mention that it comes with its own little sock for collecting all of the, should we say, chips that it creates. It also has 4 different mode settings for speed and power, and also it's one key connective, so you can connect your phone to it via Bluetooth to have it on the app. Right, now it's time we put it to the test. Right, so I've clipped on a 6 amp hour Forge battery. Let's give her a little whirl, see what she sounds like. Nice and quiet. I don't know what sound that reminds me of. I might think of it in a minute. Anyway, let's give it a whirl, see what happens. Now, I'm not going to put on my sock on the bottom yet, which collects all of the chips, because I want to see what it does without that being down there, I suppose is one way of putting it. Put on my safety goggles, and let's go away. Let's do some chipping. Chipping, cutting. Let's try it out through here. That is so cool. That is so cool. Now, straight away, there's no sparks, there's no smell, there's no smidge, there's no horrible toxins in the air that you get from grinders. Yeah, that's cool. Now it's collected, and this is what it's created, look. So that all on the floor, look, is all of those little chips, which I believe are about 6mm. So that is one point to make, is that it's not, let me just do another little bit and that will hopefully show you. Should probably be using it two-handed, but so there we are. So as you can see now, you are wasting a little bit more material than you would if you were using a 1mm grinding disc on a grinder. But how smooth is that? There's not even any burrs. And that's another thing, that is powder coated steel. I know it's only a scrap bit of flat steel off of something, but that's powder coated. Now, when you're grinding powder coat, it creates even more smidge and horrible toxins in the air, but that just cuts through it nice and cleanly. Right, we need to try something else, see what it can do. So this is going to be 2 tests in one. Firstly, it's 3mm aluminium. Now, it'll cut up to 3.5mm. This is the thickest material I've got. Well, I've got some 4mm aluminium, but we don't want to go overstretching it quite yet. So let's see if we can cut 3mm aluminium, but also it's an angle. So how close to the corner can you get? Which I think would be a nice little test. So let's do it. And I better put my little sock on, hadn't I? Which just clips on nice and easily to catch all your chips. All right, it doesn't go very close to the edge, but oh my God, it went through that perfectly well, didn't it? And look again, how clean that edge is. So much nicer than the grinder. Right, some thicker steel. I've got some 3mm steel plate to see if it will cut through that. It says it will cut 3.5. It doesn't feel right. It shouldn't cut that. But it says it will. So well, let's try it and find out. Well, I never. My sock's filling up as well. That is mad. That is absolutely mad. Again, look how clean a cut that is on there. I don't know another tool that would get it that clean. That's fantastic. Right, we're going up to the maximum, the hardest material it can cut at its maximum thickness. 3.5mm mild steel. Let's see if it, well it's either going to do it or break it, isn't it? That is just awesome. Awesome. But how easy is it to follow a line? Let's mark it up. So I've marked up my lines ready to cut, but on the front of the tool, you've actually got a guide, which is the same width as your punch and die. So that's the same size hole it's going to cut out through the steel so that you can line them up exactly. So you follow the line on the right or on the left, depending on which side of the waistline you want. All right, let's try that. Okay, it's impressing me so far. Now it's time to do some more awkward stuff. Corrugated iron, as we call it, or galvanise. Can you get the motion of the ocean over these lumps and bumps and ridges and furrows? Only way to find out. A little bit of an issue is when you get to there, it hasn't quite got the angle to be able to get it down to go back up again. Huh. I thought it would have done that little job, but I got another test. Before I do that, I'm going to just see if there is like a way you can manipulate the tin. Adapt, improvise and overcome, as Clint Eastwood once said in a film. There we go. With a little bit of jiggery pokery, you can do it. One thing I did sort of forget to mention is that it also has LED lights on the front. And now my little sock is filling up. Doesn't he look a happy chappy? Looks like Cyril Sneer from the Raccoons. So next test is curves. Can you cut a curve with it? Because apparently you can. So, got a nice nice bit of scrap here. And do a bit of a wavy line because apparently you can cut right down to a radius of 64mm. So I'll do a little bit of practice and then we'll see how a nicer, rounder circle we can get. Great English, James. Brilliant. Let's see if I can cut out a circle, because that is like 130 millimeters and the full diameter is 128 because it's a 64 millimeter radius. I think I got my calculations correct, but let's try it. Now you'd struggle to do that with a grinder, wouldn't you? So it has cut the thick stuff, the thin stuff, the alloy, done circles, it has done everything it says on the tin. It has proved itself. 3.5 mil steel plate, cutting from a battery tool of that size. Mad, mad. But what I want to do is see what is in our sock. What have we collected? What treasure do we have in here? And how easy is it to empty? Because look at that. I feel there's some sort of art project or something where we should donate this to people to make mosaics out of. Look at all of that. There's a whole business opportunity in a sock. I'm so impressed with it. Right, I found a pot to put it in. I just don't feel I can just throw that away quite yet because I have a feeling there's a few people who are going to want to see that. Anyway, that, yeah, it has impressed me. There's no getting away from it. But more to the fact of not just that it's capable, but also moving away from an angle grinder. You know, you don't have the fumes, you don't have the mess. Cutting anything that's powder coated or galvanized isn't producing all of those fumes, which none of us should be breathing in at all. Now, we've got another channel called Find It, Fix It, Farm It, where we'll be using this more, where we use all of our tools rather than just do these sort of videos. So make sure you check it out. The link is below in the description. And also the link for this tool will be in the description when it's available, because I don't think it's even on a website yet. It is that new. We're one of the first to see it in the world. So thank you very much for watching. We're Machinery Nation and bring you videos about tools and machinery every single week. So we look forward to seeing you in the next one. If you enjoyed this one, watch this one.